Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to today's Hatha Yoga class. Make sure you have everything that you need to transition into breathing practice, the pranayama, as well as meditation at the end. And at all times, listening into your own needs, your own body, and honoring how you feel today or any different challenges you might have. So just listening inwards. Over these last weeks, we've been working on 3 different aspects of our experience. We did quite a bit with working on resilience, which is the ability to rebound and come back to our center when we face adversity, which on a daily basis, we face things that challenge us or stimulate our nervous system. And so that ability to come back to center and respond rather than react in a creative way is an aspect of resilience. So, and I often think of that related to your navel center, your Manipur, the amount of energy you have, the vital aspect, which also is a creative part of ourselves that allows us to keep on facing whatever comes up. We also have been working quite a lot in the last weeks with our heart space and managing and directing emotion, learning how to do that, practicing it, also opening the heart space so we can be of service and access both self-compassion and that for others. And we've also always worked on and continue to work with this eyebrow center, which is our intuition, wisdom, and ability to step back and witness the experiences of life. So today, working with all 3 of these qualities and having a bit of a focus on integration, because actually it's not one or the other. We need to access, strengthen, and invoke all those qualities so that we can live in a harmonious way. So close the eyes now, become settled and still, grounded, tall, open, abdomen and chest soft. And be aware this morning of what is your state of physical body, whether there is grounding, balance. Noticing areas within the body that might feel good and other areas that might have constriction or be sending some type of message to you. Remembering to be this observer, so there's never judgment, but the part of yourself that can notice it, watch it, and be uninfluenced, yet use that experience and knowledge to continue to expand. And in the same way, check in with your emotions this morning. If there's any underlying or overriding emotional content, or if you're sleepy. And again, observing what is there. And then letting go of that. Notice the content of the mind, thoughts, quiet mind, distracted mind. And beginning the practice by chanting mantra Om 3 times and the Om Sahana Bhavatu to invoke the connection between the teachings and the receiving of the teachings. As you chant the first mantra, focus at the navel for that vital energy. Second mantra, at the heart space for connecting into the emotional body, directing that emotion into higher feelings. And then the third, eyebrow space for the wisdom, intuition, and the connection to our inner light. Together, chanting the mantra Om 3 times. Breath in. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karabhavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Stay present with your ability to witness the different layers of experience, the physical, mental, and emotional. And as you're ready, move on to your back, laying in Shavasana, head facing the front, and if needed, placing a blanket beneath your body, surrendering fully onto the floor, spine aligned, allowing for the whole of the body to unwind. And then drawing, it's quite chilly here in New Zealand, so we'll keep moving. Drawing the knees towards the chest and taking the right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left knee, and making circles in opposite directions, hip rotation. Inhaling as the knees come apart and exhaling as they come together. And do 7 in each direction, massaging the lower back, awakening the hips this morning. And if we're looking at integration, then this area also needs to be integrated. This is our unconscious realm, the unconscious desires, and also our grounding in life. So integration also involves being able to stand in front of the unconscious realm and to be able to keep our sense of feeling rooted to the earth despite whatever goes on. Awakening this area with breath, movement. Make sure to go the other direction. Present with each and every movement, each breath. And when you have completed those rounds, then draw the knees together and interlock the fingers around the shins and gently rocking from side to side. Again, continuing to massage the back, the hips, and this can be small or large. It can come all the way over onto the arm or just onto the hip. Listening inwards at all times. And then coming to center, place the feet on the floor and stretch the fingertips towards the heels. Make sure the neck spine is aligned, ready for the shoulder pose, Kandarasana. or bridge. Inhaling and lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling. Make sure the neck spine is aligned and come up as far as is comfortable for you. And then exhale down vertebrae by vertebrae. Continue to exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Again, interlock the fingers and draw the head up to meet the knees if comfortable. If there's high blood pressure, heart condition, then keep the head on the floor. On the inhale, place the feet and back on the floor, lift the pelvis, open. And then on the exhale, rounding through, draw the knees into the chest. Like this. Continue for another 5 rounds. Activating now the navel space and also the heart space. Conscious breath, conscious movement. Navel is our vital energy for health, well-being, and the ability to keep moving on our path despite challenges. And when you have completed the 7 rounds, then open the body back into relaxation position and surrender for a few breaths. Notice any changes occurring. And then on the next breath, moving into the leg rotations, and the passive leg could be bent to support the back, and the active leg may also be bent if needed, to a smaller kind of lever to take away stress from the back. So listening again inwards. As you inhale, take the right leg and lift it and begin to bring the heel out to the side and around, drawing a circle as if you had a pencil attached to the end of the toe, and then all the way up and around. So the leg is straight unless you need to make it easier for yourself this morning. Then bend one or both knees. Opening through the hips, activating navel space. Do 7 in that direction, then the other. Connecting to the breath. And the witness is watching. Navel is being activated, the energy field, storehouse of prana. When you have completed that leg in both directions, then taking a resting breath, and then move to the other. Listen inwards. No strain. Present. Seven in each direction, opening the hip, activating the abdomen. See where the mind is. Stay connected to the practice. Notice how the mind may wander. Draw it back. Each breath, each movement, conscious. And when you have completed both, then open the body out into Shavasana, relaxation pose. Observe for a few moments. Noticing any heat, warmth, area that may be speaking to you, and the body speaks in different languages, so we have to learn which language is our dominant language. It might be a feeling, sense, might be thought, might be color, pictures. Next practice is the boat pose, which also has different levels, listening inwards. So bending one or both of the legs and is the alternative, and then lifting the trunk with the hands outstretched in front and lifting them so that your hands are on the sides of the legs or near the thighs. So that's the alternative version, or else coming into the full boat pose, in which you are lifting the whole trunk and one or both legs up into a shallow boat, a V. Inhale up, hold, contract, hold, and then exhale down. Working here on building resilience. Inhale up, hold, hold, exhale down. Again, listen to your own body. Continue like this for another 3 rounds. And on the release, there's what we call the rebound, so that there's, after activating everything, there's a deeper relaxation response. Continue. Building the core, building the vital prana, the storehouse of prana, activating. On the final round, squeeze everything, your feet, your hands, your face, tight, 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 squeeze, and then and let it down. And do 2 more like this. 2 more like that, where you squeeze every single little muscle and then surrender. Find your own rhythm. And then allow for the whole body to release and surrender. Feel into the influence. And this practice is both stimulating and relaxing through that rebound effect. The whole nervous system is activated and then surrendered. And we can go into a deeper surrender after activating with consciousness. Now drawing the knees back into the chest and fingers around the front of the shins. And now rolling, or I can't remember which is rolling, I think, or rocking. Anyways, rock yourself up into a standing position if that's not possible for your body. Go back and forth for a little while, massaging the back, the neck, the hips. And when you are ready, then roll all the way up into a standing position. If you needed, you can also support that movement up with the hands, or in any other way that is comfortable for you. Coming gradually up into a standing centered position. Fully present. Close your eyes. Take equal weight onto both of the feet for a moment. standing Shavasana relaxation in the standing pose. Taking a moment to connect in. And taking the feet about hip width apart and either coming into a shallow squat or a full squat in preparation for the chopping wood. So you can either come into a full one or a shallow one, listening to your knees, hips, body. Inhale and draw the hands up over the head, and on the exhale, ha!
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Expressing,
Ha! Ha!
letting go of any blocked emotion.
Ha! 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 Ha!
5 more.
Ha! 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 Ha!
Fully present. I'm feeling into that expression. Sound is such an important way to release and let go of blocked emotions. So feel now into the abdomen, the heart space, throat. Maybe the breath is expanded also. Taking the feet together, just maybe about half of a foot apart, so slightly apart, feet facing forward now, and coming into the flying forward bend. Inhaling, draw the hands up over the head, extend and expand. Inhaling all the way up over the head. And on the exhale, draw the chest down towards the thighs, bend the knees, and draw the hands behind you. Exhaling, inhale up. So nice and slow with the breath. It's not the kind of full chopping wood or anything, but you're inhaling up, expand fully, and then on the exhale, draw the chest towards the thighs, bend the knees, arms like bird wings, draw the breath out, and then inhale, bring it back in, open. Feel that expansion in the heart space. And on the out breath, letting go a little bit more. See what blocks you mentally, physically, and symbolically, releasing with each breath. And do another 5 like this. Fully present. Opening on the in-breath, letting go on the out-breath. And whenever complete, come back to center and observe. And then now take the feet about half of a meter apart. Interlock the fingers. Place the hands up above the head with the palms up for Tadasana. Inhale, center, exhale up and over to the left side first. And if you need alternative, then just slide one hand down the thigh and the other up to the armpit, and then continue like that on the breath. Continue, inhale, center, exhale, side. opening the side body, still activating the navel. This practice is, again, we're working with the spine here, so everything to do with the spine connects to the nervous system, which relates to our resilience. Breath, conscious movement, observation. Another 3 like this. And when you have completed standing in your center, keep noticing. See what the mind does, how the body changes, whether you're present or wandering somewhere else. And now move the feet back together. Get ready for the tree pose, Ekapada Pranam Asana. Finding a point where you could focus the eyes to support balance, and drawing your foot into the first position is taking the toe on the floor with the bottom of the foot near the ankle and the palms to the heart space, taking this alternative as needed, or else draw the heel up to any part of the inner leg except for on the knee. And final position is aiming to draw the heel all the way up to the base. Knee points out to the side, palms pressed together with the thumbs connected to the center of the heart, the trigger point for the heart space. And if you feel steady, then draw the hands up over the head. Keep the focus. Head, heart, hands. One pointed awareness. Open heart. And then as ready, come back to center. Eyes closed for observation. And then draw to the other leg. Full presence. Heel up towards the base for the final position, if comfortable. Start at the heart space, trigger point of the Anahata chakra. And if balance, then draw the hands above the head. Head, heart, hands. And then come back to center. Eyes closed for a moment. Move now to the front of your mat for the Surya Namaskar, in which we are working on all different layers of our experience, the physical, mental, vital energy, and very much an aspect of integrates these different qualities. Today, working with the different layers of focus and remembering that each focus we add a new layer doesn't mean you forget the first one, but you deepen it. So you begin with the physical, perfecting the physical, then deepen it with the breath, and then deepen it with the witnessing and visualizing, then deepening it with the chakras, and then deepening it with the mantras. And each one builds on the other and becomes integrated. Come to the front of your mat and draw yourself into a balanced, steady position, palms together at the heart space. Visualize in front of the eyebrow space, the dark space in front of the eyebrows, the luminous sun, which is representing that inner light, representing the vital energy, our health, well-being, and again, that ability to have enough vital energy that we can respond, that we can direct it towards where we need to. Part of resilience. Holding awareness at the heart space. And then on the inhale, draw the hands up over the head, stretching all the way up to the fingertips. Exhale, folding forward, hands to toes, perfecting each physical position. Take the right leg back, dropping the knee, come up onto the fingertips, extend through the trunk, neck spine opens. Back to the mountain or downward dog. Energy up from the hands, through the arms, the trunk, down through the legs to the heels. Move now to knees, chest, chin, or cat posture as an alternative. And remembering to hold here for a moment where we'll have a mantra. And then inhale forward into the cobra or continue your cat posture. Exhale back to downward dog mountain. Stay present. Taking your left foot forward so the right leg is still behind. This is the Pingala Nadi, the sun energy. And then on the next movement, draw the foot forward, come to that forward fold, release. Inhale, engage the abdomen or take the hands to the thighs and press up. Extend all the way to the fingertips and come now to the heart space. Continue perfecting the physical and also listening inwards. If you need those alternatives, then do so. Yoga is about knowing how to connect with ourselves and listen to our own inner realm, learning that. On the inhale, draw the hands up over the head, feel into the fingertips, and fold, release. The left leg moves back now. Drop the knee, come up onto the fingertips, feel the whole structure of the body, the shape, back to the mountain, strength of mountain. Knees, chest, chin, or cat posture, humble. And then draw forward to the cobra opening. Back to the strength of mountain. Feel the structure of the body. Taking the right leg forward so left is still behind. And moving into forward fold. Open all the way up above the head. And come to your heart space. Now continuing with the focus of the physical body, but also now adding the breath layer and really focusing on each breath moving the body. And doing this with your own round of breath. So inhaling and drawing the hands up over the head. Continue so your breath guides you. And if you're newer to the practice, follow Ram, who's demonstrating this morning. Right leg goes back first. Find the rhythm of your breath. Let the breath move the body. Fully present. We're going to do both halves. So you first lead with the right, then the left. Let the breath guide the body as if it's moving it. It's the generator, the inner generator. No strain. Whenever needed, then sit around out. Aware for a moment. Noticing changes. Now the next round, visualizing the practice. So adding the next layer. The breath is still important. The physical shape and structure is still important. But now the focus is the mental energy, the ability to see yourself perfectly in the practice and then move to the next. And continue. Do one round. Remember the right leg leads, then the left. Visualize yourself in the perfect shape. And this helps to gradually train the nervous system towards that perfect posture. Train the body through use of the mind. Breath should be rhythmic, connected with the movements. If needed, you could take 2 breaths in each posture. See where the mind is fully connected. See the posture, then move to it. And this is the way Swamiji has been training us in the Surya Namaskar. It's important to stay at your own level. And when complete, stand in your center, observing. Aware of the influence on the different layers of your being, the physical, the mental, energetic breath. And this morning we'll do 2 rounds with the mantras to complete. If you do know the chakras, feel free to add that also in for yourself. Holding now at the heart space. And as the mantra completes, then move to the next posture. Again, if newer to the practice, then follow Ram. Hold at the heart space. Om Mitraya Namaha. Move. Om Rabaye Namaha. Move. Om Suryaya Namaha. Move. Om Panave Namaha. Om Kagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Markaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Hold at the heart. Om Mitraya Namaha. Move. Om Ravaye Namaha. Continue. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Panave Namaha. Om Kagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Madhyaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Markaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. One more round, remembering to listen inwards. Feel the vibration. All these qualities are within us, the light, the ability to move through the sky, at an energetic level, the vital force which allows us to act in life. These are inner qualities represented by the sun energy macrocosmically, and we contain this at a microcosmic level. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Panave Namaha. Om Kagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Madhyaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Markaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Mitraya Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Banave Namaha. Om Kagaya Namaha. Om Pushne Namaha. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Marichaye Namaha. Om Madhyaya Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Markaya Namaha. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Taking a moment to observe, notice the stimulation at the different levels, the breath, the muscles, the nervous system. And then surrendering fully. So again, this ability to let go after the activity, come into Shavasana and experience this rebound effect after activating, after opening, stretching, working with all the different systems of the body, now letting everything surrender. Whole body unfolding, supported by the surface beneath you. Letting the breath come back into its natural rhythm. All the effort is released. The only effort is to remain present. Noticing the influence of the different layers of being, the physical, mental, emotional, which is also related to our energetic quality. It's all energy, different expressions of it. Present, aware, allowing the body to come back into its center. And again, this is what we're talking about with resilience. We have slightly activated it, stretched it, up the heart rate, up the breath rate with presence. And then the recovery, the ability to recover and come back to center, that's the resilience. So we're practicing that. And if we practice it on the mat, then we can extend it into our day-to-day life. The next practice is the half shoulder stand. If there is high blood pressure, heart condition, neck conditions, then taking an alternative, like placing a bolster beneath the, for the protecting the neck, you could just have a slight lift underneath the buttocks, or you could come back into the shoulder pose, Khandra Asana, or bridge. Or else moving into the half shoulder stand, drawing the knees into the chest, placing the hands underneath the buttocks, make sure the neck spine is aligned and straight, and then draw up into the practice. And in this practice, the trunk is at a 45-degree angle and the legs are straight up, perpendicular to the floor. Hold. Listen inwards. And the inversion is very helpful for lengthening the breath. Also supports many different systems. It's kind of one of the queen practices that supports our hormones, our breath, the whole, everything, thyroid. So many benefits with this inversion. If you like, feel free to also draw the toes towards the floor in the plow pose, but only if suitable to your body. If you're newer to the practice, take up the alternatives. Conscious breath. And then with presence, coming back to the relaxation position. Controlled release. And then open fully onto the floor. Aware again, keep that presence. Notice if the mind wanders. Keep drawing it back into present moment, observation of the different layers, physical, mental, energetic. Next practice is the fish pose, counter pose for the shoulder stand. If you need support, take a rolled blanket or bolster underneath at any point that's comfortable in the back. So it can just be a supported back bend, or else coming into the full fish pose by drawing the elbows underneath the shoulders and the head back to top of the head onto the floor, opening up through the heart space. Really shifting your awareness now into the heart space, breathing in and out of the heart space. And the head should not be hanging, so if it's not comfortably placed on the floor, then take a bolster or a rolled blanket and place that beneath your back. So head needs to be connected to the floor to support the neck. In and out of the heart space, balancing emotions. And then, as ready, releasing back to relaxation. Move your bolster pillow if you have one. And again, observing, noticing the influence, particularly at the heart area. And as these different areas are focused upon, also keep observing for yourself where it's easier to focus, which postures that have a focus on a particular area are easier to access, or where there might be resistance. And this can give sometimes an indication of an area that needs more work, more attention. Now rolling over onto the abdomen. Press the hands underneath the shoulders, bring the buttocks back towards the heels into child's pose. Feel free to take up a bolster or something beneath the head for support if needed. Again, always listening in. Surrendering here. Concentrate on the breath, and also if you have a sankalpa or intention, positive statement that supports you, then now is a good time to repeat it to yourself, give it energy. And this is drawing those layers of vital force with heart space and mind space all into alignment. With full feeling, keep focused on what it is you want to create in your life for yourself. Integrating body, mind, prana. This is also a powerful practice for helping with relaxation response, which is part of resilience, learning how to come back to that equanimity, homeostasis. Full presence, connection to the breath. And then on the next breath, inhale and raise the trunk. Sitting on the knees for a moment. Let the blood flow shift. And then draw both buttocks to the left side of the feet. And take the right foot and place it on the outside of the left knee. If needed, the bottom leg can be outstretched instead of bent for an easier position. Place both buttocks equally on the floor, the sit bones connected. Rise up through the spine, coming into the Ardha Matsyendra, the half twist or fish pose. Inhale fully, exhale, and twisting around to the right side. Taking your arm either to support with the hand on the floor or all the way around the back, according to your need. And awareness into the eyebrow space. In and out of the eyebrow space with the awareness with the breath. And this, of course, actually works on navel, heart, and eyebrow space, well, throat as well, all the chakras. But focusing at the eyebrow space now, one pointed awareness. And on the next inhale, twisting back to center. And switching your legs so that now the right heel is tucked into the left buttock, the left foot is over the knee, sit bones comfortably placed on the floor, upstretched through the spine, and then twisting around to the left side. Again, continue to look into the eyebrow space, in and out, with the awareness. And when we work with this eyebrow space, it gives us perspective in front of everything else that may arise at the different levels of being: physical body, mental, emotional interactions. So strengthening this witnessing awareness, each breath, each moment. And on the inhale, again, draw to center. If needed, then outstretch the legs and give them a little bit of a shake out. And get ready to transition to seated position for pranayama and meditation, making sure that you do everything you might need to. If you're in a cool climate, then placing an extra layers on. If you're in a warm climate, making sure that it's balanced and comfortable. You may need bolster, chair, wall, whatever will allow you to sit comfortably for approximately 25 minutes, and coming with as little effort as possible so that you will be able to conserve the balance that was created through the practice. So as you do your hatha yoga and you open and stretch and focus the mind, the nervous system often will come into a better balance. That's part of the aim of hatha. You're working with the body and mind to create balance. And so to transition into pranayama is really important, to do it with real presence and really knowing that I am moving and I'm moving for a purpose, and setting yourself up with this kind of ability to witness, act and witness simultaneously. And then as you find your comfort, come into stillness. You may like to take any gesture of your choice, or perhaps working with the heart mudra, with the thumb, ring middle fingers together, index finger is curled in, small finger outstretched. And the mudras, again, at a subtle level, are helping us to circulate and conserve vital energy, as well as create states of mind and emotion at a subtle level. Finding your center, balance, grounding, uplifted, roots reaching down through the base to the surface beneath you, like the roots of a tree. Trunk is tall, open, hands in a gesture. Create that sense of balance. The spine is like a mirror, and the left and right sides reflect each other. If you feel that they're not reflecting each other, then make those fine-tuned adjustments to the best of your capacity to create the equanimity. Soft abdomen, chest, facial muscles natural, Feel the shape of your body sitting in its position. And moving this morning either to abdominal breath, if there is high blood pressure, anxiety, heart condition, then simply draw the hands to the navel space, and your practice will be to inhale fully into the navel space. And on the exhale, you're drawing the navel in towards the inner spine and pushing the air gently out. Or else to Kapalbhati, and remembering that this is the exhale is the important. So it's a passive inhale, active exhale, and doing approximately 10 to 20 rounds, 10 to 20 breaths in a round, and then taking a resting breath and then moving to the next round. Like this, begin, do 5 rounds of Kapalbhati, up to 5 rounds. If there's any overheating, then stop immediately and come to yogic breathing or abdominal breathing. Activating the navel space, calming the mind. This influences the frontal lobe of the brain. Present Kapalbhati or abdominal breath according to your level of experience and need for your body. Activating the navel space, calming the mind. Never complete being the observer to any experience. And as you're ready, moving to Nadi Showdown, the balancing breath. Anybody newer to the practice, then having a comfortable count in the left nostril to begin with, index and middle finger at the eyebrow space, the thumb and ring fingers are the levers. Inhale through the left nostril, 1 Om, 2 Om, 3 Om, whatever your comfortable count with no strain is. Out the right nostril, same count. In the right nostril, same count. Out the left nostril, same count. So please begin that. And anybody who has their own regular practice, then feel free to move into that. No strain, conscious, subtle breath. And each time the breath and awareness move up to the eyebrow space, to the point between the eyebrows, connect in there mentally, balancing mind and body at a subtle level. Mind wanders, draw it back to the practice. Left and right nostrils represent the fight, flight, and the relax and digest aspects of the nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. And as we do this practice, part of our aim is to create that homeostasis. Again, we're practicing being in balance so that when we're out in our day-to-day life, we know where to come back to. Completing another couple rounds of Nadi Showdown in your own rhythm. Mind wanders, draw it back. Make this the last round. Aware of the influence of the practice. Notice any changes for yourself. And the next practice is Brahmari, the bee buzzing. And there's more and more evidence coming out that humming and like practices like the mantra, which also are similar, have a very powerful influence on the vagus nerve, which is related to the relaxation response. So, for many years, we've said this is good for calming the mind, and now we understand a little bit more why, because the vagus nerve passes through areas in the throat as part of one of the 12 cranial nerves that get vibrated, you could say, when we speak and do chanting, mantra, humming. So working today with this, knowing that it calms the mind, the nervous system, and is a very powerful practice to draw us back to our center. 10 rounds of Brahmari, taking the fingertips into the ear flaps or holes and holding that steady sound with the lips gently together, the teeth very slightly apart for vibration. Begin as ready. Hari Om Tat Sat, aware and present of any experience. Noticing inner qualities. And the final practice, Pranayama, which is also a meditation practice in which the awareness draws up the spine from the base to the center of the head. And on the breath out, mantra Om back down the spine. So beginning together, but finding your own rhythm of breath and mantra. Taking a deep breath in and draw up the spine all the way to the eyebrow space, and then mantra Om down. Continue. Now whispering, inhaling up the spine, whispering Om down the spine. Continue like this, inhaling up the spine. Now mental mantra Om down the spine. Breath mantra awareness moving in the spine. integrating the different layers of experience. Each breath, each mantra conscious. Aware and connected. Next time awareness reaches the base, let go of the mantra. Expand awareness out to experience the whole of yourself sitting in a space, shape of your body, still connected also to the inner realm of mind and emotion, but as a witness. We'll close the practice this morning by chanting the mantra Om 3 times, first at the navel for the vital energy, the inspiration for life, the determination and willpower, heart space for directing emotion, energy into feeling compassion, service, and the eyebrow space for the wisdom, witnessing, ability to see wide and clear. Together, taking a deep breath in. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you all who joined both here on site and also for those of you out there somewhere. And really aiming to take these qualities that we are practicing on the mat into the daily life. And it really is about integration. We often work on one quality or another, but at the end of the day, we have to integrate all these different aspects of ourselves so that we have a harmonious expression. And in our tradition, it's often spoken about as head, heart, and hands. So the head is that wisdom, the heart is the emotions and directing it in a positive way, and the hands is that vital force, the action in life. So seeing as we move into our different experiences after the practice, how these qualities within us can flow in a harmonious way to honor ourselves and our own growth and transformation, and also the ability to support and honor others that we interact with and come across. So I'm I hope you have a wonderful time, day, and if you can donate, then please do. And also, if you are out in the world, we've just released our new course on resilience, which we've touched on a few of those things today, but in the course, you'll see that there's different lectures on little mini lectures on different topics, as well as some practices to support you in building the resilience to face whatever challenges come in life, whatever things throw us out of center, to bring us practice coming back to our center more quickly and being able to operate from that homeostasis. So get online and check it out, and see you soon. Hariom Tat Sat.